Hey everybody, how you doing? So I thought maybe you'd want to hang out with me today. I'm going to do a little bit of planting in some pots. Nothing special, but you might enjoy it. Just take a look. Okay, let's get busy. All right, so I made my first trip to the Home Depot Garden Center today, and I'm just going to show you a little bit here. This little tiny bit right here before tax came to $262. It's a little bit insane. I mean, there's nothing here, but I thought I'd share it with you anyway. So I bought these burgundy spikes. If you're wondering why they're laying down, is because they keep falling over and it was driving me crazy. This is called Red Star. Can you see the name of it right there? Okay, and these are nice in the center of pots, and because of the coloring, it just offsets the green or whatever other colors you're going to have with there, and it gives it a really nice appearance. So those were almost $10 each. $10 each. These are the Dracaena spikes, and they just have spikes right here, but it's really Dracaena. These were $6 a piece. I just got two of those. Okay, let's go over here. This is the diplodenia, and this is they eventually begin to climb like a vine, but this one is the bushy type initially, and they're a pretty good size. They were $7 a piece. They're the Rio diplodenia, so I got 10 of those. Now, we use a lot of basil in our cooking, and look at the size of the leaves already. They're gigantic. What's absolutely insane was these plants were, this is the sweet basil right here, and I took the whole flat. You can see the flat here was $5.78 a piece, okay, the sweet basil. And then the Italian parsley right here, the flat Italian parsley, which we use a lot also, they were $5.78 a piece each. That's absolutely insane. And then I got the two more Boston ferns right here, which were $9.98 a piece, called Sun Queen. Okay, so these are my plants. So I'm going to put this little bit in, and like I said, join me if you would like. Okay, so in the front here, I have three of these pots right here. And what I did was I used some of the diplodenia that I had overwintered, and they are just beginning to sprout now. They're very, very small leaves on them, but it looks like a bunch of sticks right now. And especially in the front of the house, I would like some color right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take those out, and I'm going to put them in pots and in the back so that I can nurture them, so that they will have a chance to grow and flourish, and I won't have so much pressure on them to be flowering. So I have to take out what I put in now. So this is the pot that I planted the other day, and I have one of these burgundy spikes, but look how pale it looks. It looks like it's, still suffering. It was overwinterized, but it's just not looking well. So I'm going to give it a chance. I'm going to put it in the yard where it'll have a chance to grow. And you can see the diplodenia from last year is just beginning to sprout some leaves right now. But like I said, here we are in the front of the house, and it just, I don't know, it's not giving it a nice appearance, and I am very very anxious to have some color up here. So what I'm going to do in each one of these pots, there's another pot right over there, I'm going to put one of those burgundy spikes, and then I'm going to use 3 diplodenia in each one. I'm going to make each one of them identical. I have 10 diplodenia, which gives me 1 extra to put somewhere else. So I'm going to get started taking out what I put in and put them in pots in the yard so that they will be safe. All right, so the first thing in is going to be this spike, and you can see that it's really root bound. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break up those roots, and it will promote mitosis to occur, and the roots will begin to make more roots so that the plant can have a good strong base. So all I did was I broke up the bottom. Now I'm going to put it in the ground. Isn't that pretty? There's the third one. Look what happened to my lavender. Garbage, garbage, garbage. I'm gonna pull these out too, and I'm gonna see, like that one I might be able to save. That one I might be able to save. Excuse me. Well, we will see. Okay, let's move on to the next planting. All right, so I had hostas here, and I pulled them out, and I have this big blank spot right here. But rather than plant right in the ground, I'm over here, this area, I'm going to put a pot here. Now I have one diplodenia left, and I have one sweet potato vine that's growing left, and I have one of those dracaena spikes. So I think I'm going to make a little arrangement right there, and it'll bring some color over to this area as well. All right, so I'm going to use this pot because it is that burgundy color, which plays off of the sand cherry, which plays off of the barberry, which plays off of the shutters, and just gives a more cohesive look. So first thing I'm going to put in there is the spike. All right, the spike is in. So next I'm going to put in is I have a sweet potato vine right here, and it actually looks like a potato, you can see, and it has a beautiful chartreuse color. So I'm just going to bury this right in the ground, and hopefully it'll spill out here and look absolutely beautiful. All right, so I had 3 geraniums that I overwinterized, and they look pretty decent. And so I put the 3 in there. I put the diplodenia there. I have the dracaena spike here, and then this front piece I left for the sweet potato vine because that will fill in here and spill over. So that's that there. All right, so I have 10 sweet basil plants, and I'm going to put 5 of them in here because they tend to grow very big here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some in this corner of the garden. There are some hostas that I transplanted. I got to get them out of there, but I'm going to put some basil right there. And then I am also going to put some basil in a pot back here, because what I found was that it will tend to grow better in different places at different times of the year. So I don't want to put all my, how does that saying go? All my eggs in one basket. I think that's how it goes. So that's what I'm going to do. So first on that side. First thing, of course, break up your soil. Get rid of all of that compactness that's there from the previous year. Get rid of, see, like this, take it out. Take those roots out and make sure that the soil is nice and soft for your new plants. So basil here, there, and one there. Next, parsley. Some parsley right there. And I'll put some here next to the basil. Put pot there, and I put a couple in with the basil, and I'm probably going to get more. So last year I made a tiger lily farm, which you see right here I'm growing. So this year I'm going to use this area right here to plant these diplodenia and see if I can propagate them again. And then if they do, I can always move them from this area. But otherwise they look pretty here anyway. But I think that's how I'm going to handle it. So I have to put all of these in here. And here's my diplodenia farm right there. And hopefully those will grow, and then I'll be able to transplant them and leave some there as well. And last but not least, I moved the 2 Virginia ferns that we hear that I overwinterized, and they need some tender, loving care, and I put these 2 right here. Whew, that was a lot of work, more than I thought. Okay, buddy, thanks so much for stopping by. I'll be seeing you next time. Bye-bye.